What's going on, YouTube family? I hope everybody is doing okay. I hope you are surviving in this disgusting, pathogenic hell realm as best as you can, suffering as little as possible. And if you are suffering, I hope that you get some relief soon, however that relief may look like. Quick little update before I get into this video. If you have emailed me, I have not been able to sit down and go through my emails. I've been wage slaving. Okay. So that's what I've been up to. So many of you guys have been not texting me. So many of you guys have been leaving comments asking me, am I going to make another video? When I'm going to make another video? Please make a video. And I've been wage slaving. So I've been making posts in my community here and there, but I haven't been able to actually sit down and create a video. So today I have a little bit of free time, so I'm going to create a video before I have to finish doing the rest of what I have planned for today. Another update I want to give you guys is if you've emailed me regarding the NDE, I haven't been able to get to your email either. So I'll get to your email and I will send you a link so that we can schedule a phone interview. I have a couple of questions. I'm sorry, not a couple, but a few questions that I would like to ask you and regarding your NDE, your near-death experience. Another update I would like to give you guys is I'm going to soon make a community post requesting volunteers, but you have to meet a certain criteria in order to be a volunteer for what I'm looking for specifically. So please be on the lookout for that. That's coming up in probably about a month or two. I've been wage slaving like crazy, you guys. I'm telling you, especially during the holidays, I was working 2 jobs. Okay, so I was working crazy. Now, I'm working just 1 job, but I'm still working a lot. So, that's that. Let me see if there's anything else I'm forgetting. No, not really. So, I just want to give you guys an update on one of the videos that I made some time ago. And I believe the title, I'll put the link of the video that I made in the description of this video. But I believe the title was When You Procreate Your Joy or something of that nature. And the video was the housewife, Mary Cosby, speaking to her son about his drug usage. And it was very apparent to me and to anybody else who's not deaf, dumb, and blind that Robert was actively trying to kill himself. He was mixing a bunch of different drugs. He was mixing uppers, downers, and it was very clear to me and anybody else who can see that this gentleman was actively trying to die. Suicide is the number 10 or the top 10 causes of death. But nobody talks about and what's not included in that suicide is people who actively do drugs, right? Or alcohol. And it's a form of suicide if you really sit and think about it. So if they were to add drug usage and alcoholism into suicide would probably be the number 2 or number 1 cause of death. but it's not included in that. So suicide is one of the top 10 causes of death. Yet the human ape still blindly refers to life as being a gift. The human ape, in their desperation to create joy, happiness, families, legacies, or just having reckless sex, still actively reproduces. I'm not sure if people are just ignorant or people just don't want to face reality and face truth. We can't say life is a gift when suicide is one of the top 10 causes of death. That doesn't even align. That completely contradicts life being a gift. That completely contradicts each other. So when you go back to the video, Mary Cosby states to her son that he should feel blessed to wake up every day. And she says to him, do you know what it would do to me if you passed away? Do you know what it would do to me? Because procreators are selfish in nature. They don't care how much you're suffering. They don't want to suffer. And she also states how miserable she was before she decided to have her son. So like I always tell people, and like I always say in my videos, try to find a way to cope within yourself. Like there's so many ways to cope within this existence. So many ways. I could sit here and list them. Even if you do drink, so what? Even if you do drugs, so what? At least you're coping within yourself. And you're not creating somebody to be your cope in this existence. I seen a video the other day on Instagram, and this lady said she hated working. She always hated school and she always hated working. So she decided to marry a rich man and have 3 babies by him and become a housewife. And I'm just like, bitch, you hated this shit? You hated working, you hated school, so then you decided to create 3 other people that will have to do the same shit? Now, granted, her children may like school or may like working, right? They may. But at the end of the day, until we have a right to a peaceful death, people should not gamble in creating people. It's just not fair. It's not fair. But back to Mary Cosby and her son Robert. I mean, this boy was troubled. He even stated that he did not feel like he belonged on this planet. He also stated that he felt like a stain. And that comment, felt like a stain, when I did a little bit of research, I found out that Mary stole her step-grandfather from her biological grandfather. From her biological grandmother, married him and had Robert. So I'm going to repeat that. I'm sorry if it didn't sound right, because it's a lot. Mary, this woman here, the woman that was in the video, stole, and I don't want to say stole because the step-grandfather voluntarily left Mary's grandmother to marry her and procreate Robert. So Robert is the child of an affair, really, if you think about it. He's a product of an affair between his mother and his step great grandfather. Yeah, that's a lot to digest when you sit with it. So I'm like, did he feel like a stain because of that? Did he feel like he didn't belong in the world because of that? Because honestly, I don't want to put it on that being the specific reason. But when things start piling up in this realm on you, when things start piling up on you, you might begin to feel that way. I don't know if he's always felt that way, because I've always felt like I've never belonged on this planet. So I can understand when somebody says they don't feel like they belong here. I can totally relate, because I've never felt like I belong here. But I wonder if he knew what he was a product of, and if that just really disrupted him and disrupted his whole being. Now, back in 2025, which was no less than a few months ago, Robert went to prison for trespassing, violating a protective order, and some other stuff. And because Mary is a part of the Housewives franchise, she stated on a reunion that she would prefer her son stay in jail than to be released, because she knows he has a drug habit. I don't want to call it a problem, because it's only a problem to everybody else. So he has a drug habit. And I really want you guys to sit with that. Sit with the sadism of breeders and procreators, that they would rather their child stay behind bars, locked up, where anything could happen to them, than for their child to go back to the state of non-existence peacefully. I really want you guys to think of that. Ponder on that. I'll give you guys 20 seconds to sit with that. So procreators will have you believe that they love their children, when in all honesty, it's not love at all. Because what love looks like is releasing someone, allowing them to be free from your neediness and your desires. Because no matter what your needs are, it doesn't override somebody else's suffering. Especially when you brought them into their suffering. It doesn't override their suffering. Well, you're going to leave me and you're going to do this and you're going to hurt me and I'll be devastated. Okay. Get over it. Get over it. Just like you would tell them to get over their suffering. You get over your suffering. And allow your child the ability to go back into the peaceful state of non-existence where they were peacefully before you disturbed them. Releasing them is what love looks like. Not wishing and hoping that they would stay behind bars just to accommodate your neediness and your codependency. And to keep your heart from breaking. Because truth be told, we're all going to die someday anyways. That's inevitable. And parents know this. Before they bring someone into existence, they know for 100% fact that their child is going to die. But that never stops them from doing it. And I've seen so many people comment that Mary tried her best to save her son. Save. I don't understand this word save. Save her son from what exactly? From death? The only inevitable thing in life? Death? How can you save anyone from death? You can't. It's inevitable. Death will come to everyone and everything in existence. Everyone, everything, every single thing will die. So what was she trying to save her son from? Huh? See, society has all these, what's the word I'm looking for? All these pacifications, I guess, is the word I'm looking for parents. Oh, no parent should have to bury a child. Oh, the parent tried as hard as they could to save their child. But nobody wants to say you actually created your child's death. The moment you brought them into existence, you created their death. Because that was a guarantee of life. That is the only guarantee of life. But humanity does not want to wake up to this fact. Humanity wants to continue to pretend. Humanity wants to continue to live these fairy tale white picket fence lifestyles. Humanity does not want the right to a peaceful death for people that are suffering, people who they don't want that. They're trying to fight against that. This is a prison, a biological prison, where humans' needs and so-called instincts keeps them pumping out more and more humans to repeat the same cycles over and over, and to eat shit, consume, reproduce, generation after generation after generation, for no objective reason at all. I'm extremely happy that Robert is finally at peace. I was very happy and excited to hear the news. And I hope that he continues to rest in peace, and I hope that his soul is never brought back into this unknown realm of pain, suffering, diseases, illnesses, natural disasters, government tyranny, rape, murder, injustice, inequality, racism, and everything else under the sun. I don't feel sorry for his mother, and I told you guys that in the video. I'm not a psychic. I tell you guys that all the time. I'm no psychic, but I do have the ability to think critically, and I do have the ability to see past the tip of my nose, and I have awareness. And I could see this boy was disturbed, and this boy was trying to get the fuck on. He was trying to get the fuck out of here. I could see it. And I'm very happy that he was successful. And I hope that it was very peaceful for him. More than likely it was. Because when you're mixing drugs like that, man, the first thing that goes is your consciousness out. So you don't even know what's going on. Then your heart stops beating. Boom. Then you're dead. And that's where his peace relies. His peace lies. That's where all our peace is. Death. So I'm still working on my euthanasia clinic. For now, I want to try to get some spiritual euthanasia going if I can. And that's